Welcome to the coverage of the 2018 Great Kauri Ultra and Classic, New Zealand's most stunning run that traverses the remote beaches and Kauri ranges of the Coromandel. The Great Kauri Run helps raise funds for an outdoor pursuits centre for youth on the Coromandel, and once every 3 years the event also offers an ultra. Money also goes towards planting kauri trees on the Coromandel. We're at the start of the Ultra 70k race at Port Jackson as they're off around the top of the Coromandel. As the sun rises, the Ultra runners will pass the eastern beaches of Stony and Sandy Bays to join the 32k Classic course at Waiawau Bay, which then traverses the ranges to Coromandel Township. First to Stony Bay is Richard Coghlan, a Japan-based Kiwi who's raced in both New Zealand and Japan with great results. Chasing only 3 minutes back is Kathmandu Coast to Coast champion Sam Clark from Whakatane.
17 k's in, still eating, still feeling quite good, still using my sticks. Sunrise this morning was absolutely fantastic.
And rounding out the top three is Aucklander Mike Jolie, with a quick glance over his shoulder to take in the scenery. Runners now stream out of the coastal track onto Stony Bay, and there is a race on in the women's ultra between Sue Crowley of Rotorua and Courtney Pratt of Mount Maunganui. Rob Butwell is our second veteran. Interesting to note, our ultra event leader Richard Coghlan is a veteran also. Our first South Island competitors, Patrick Fontian, who has Aucklander Andrew Marshall for company. Competition can be a great motivator, but in a race of this length, a running buddy can also make the day more enjoyable. Some won't see anyone for the majority of the race, apart from food station helpers.
Hi.
Ultra runners are on the road section to Sandy Bay. This area is so remote, we haven't seen a single vehicle.
It's pretty smooth so far. Good sunrise. Awesome, so beautiful. Having an awesome time.
A warm, sunny morning welcomes the ultras into Sandy Bay and the first feed station of the race. It's time to fuel up and grab some of those black jelly beans. Marilee Harris from Rotorua is our third place woman. Talking about the women's podium race, we have a change at the front with Sue Crowley now in second and Courtney Pratt out of sight. Just out of Sue Crowley's sight and leading is Courtney Pratt, and that's a good boost for the Mount-based athlete.
Oh, just about 30k in on one of the longer climbs. Cruising for now. Enjoying the views, the sunrise is spectacular.
Here is the dice for second and third, with Timothy Pickering of Rotorua and Mike Jolie pacing off each other. Sam Clark, coast champion in his favourite collared running shirt, is holding second.
It's only 33 k's in. I'm feeling quite good. I'm eating, drinking. The sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. Only not too far to the next aid station, so I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and hopefully I'll see Richard again in the near future.
Onto the last stretch of Shingle Road, 4k's to Waiawau Bay and the start of the 32k Classic race. Richard Coghlan, our race leader, is more than 3 minutes up the road from Clark.
Oh yeah, feeling good guys, yeah, going for it. So awesome, you know, looking forward to the trail, which hopefully will be soon after this beach. Catch you soon.
More like 8 to 10 minutes as he heads onto Waiawau Beach. Coghlan has previously placed first and second in the Tarawera 87k over the years. Not a soul in sight, but in just an hour's time it will be very busy with the Kauri Classic start. Second comes into view and it's Sam Clark. Timothy Pickering is now a little more comfortable in his third place, distancing himself from Mike Jolie. Exiting Waiawau women's leader Courtney Pratt now has the Great Kauri Classic course of 32 k's between her and the win in Coromandel Township. Just 4 minutes separate Courtney Pratt and Sue Crowley. Psychologically, Crowley's had the odd glimpses of Pratt as she holds on. Our second place veteran Rob Butwell is about to enter the Kauri trails to the top of the range, not before washing his feet to help avoid Kauri dieback. Merrily Harris from Rotorua still holds third in the Ultra.
So beautiful this morning. Getting a bit tired now. Very wet feet.
Representing the South Island is Patrick Fontaine.
It's going great. If I can get 8.5 hours, I'll be absolutely great. The track's beautiful. And,
Back at Waiawau Bay, the classic 32k runners are about to start.
Pretty nervous, pretty excited.
Haven't done it before, come from Australia on holidays and looking forward to getting out there.
Running across the Coromandel, couldn't be better for it really.
We're road runners, so we just got invited from trail running friends, and I don't know what I'm doing here. What are you doing?
I've just come along for the ride.
what happens on today is you don't get much...
And they're off on the 32k Great Kauri Run Classic. Local Matthew McDougall leads the sprint along the beach. A touch of romance says it a ploy to keep her feet dry. I hope she knows there are a lot of river crossings in the next few kilometres. The Great Kauri can be a run or a walk, but one thing is certain, you must stop to take in that view and a photo when you emerge from the bush at the top of the ranges. From the Coro ridgeline, runners can see far north to the peaks above Port Jackson and Great Barrier, west across to Auckland, Colville or Coromandel Township, or east to Waiawau, Kennedy Bay to Whitianga. It's a local duel with Matthew McDougall up against Tim Coghlan, while Matt Simpson and Michael Mitchell are in the mix as well. Out of the bushline and cresting the top of the ranges is our Kauri Classic women's leader, Maureen Stakowicz. As the Ultra and Classic runners are aloft the ridgeline, in the background somewhere is the start of the 23k at White Star Station in Colville. That's Roisin McQuillan of Matamata holding a top podium position in the Classic event. Runners are out of the ridgeline track for a few moments at a feed station, crossing Kennedy Bay Road with Coromandel Township and the finish line in the background. However, there's a few kilometres more of ridgeline track before they drop down into Coromandel. The word from the finish line in Coro is that the Ultra Men's was won by Richard Coghlan and the Women's Courtney Pratt, and we'll catch up with them soon. Sally Corey currently in third in the Classic Women's. Dave and Gay are enjoying walking the Coromandel Ranges over the half marathon course from White Star. Matthew McDougall is into Coro and on his way to winning the Classic. Runners and walkers stream off the ranges and across that finish line in Coromandel Township. Let's talk to the Great Kauri Ultra winner Richard Coghlan, who completed the 70-kilometre journey in 6 hours, 24 minutes.
A teacher from New Zealand, but right now I'm based in Japan, and I do quite a few ultras. This is the first time I've done the Kauri Ultra, and it was awesome. You know, it was a spectacular place to start down at the beach there, and of course the sunrise coming up was something you'll never forget. You know, it was a perfect day. Good technical trails, which I enjoyed, lots of up and down, which I also enjoyed, and there was a good bit of competition as well. You know, I was nipping at the heel. There's a couple of races were nipping at my heels, so that was good. It kept it nice and honest.
Kathmandu coast-to-coast champion Sam Clark is second in the Ultra.
So I had a bit of a rush of blood to the head last week and entered into the 72k. It had been maybe 2 or 3 years since I've done an Ultra, and you know, as time goes on, memories and painful memories fade. And so I signed up for this, and what I really wanted out of the day was just to get through it, be happy, and not blow to smithereens like every other Ultra I've done. And yeah, I was happy with that. I got through the day, did 7 hours and 5 minutes, came in second place. So yeah, it was great. It was a really fun day out. What I enjoy about the Kauri Run Ultra is just how technical and beautiful and rugged Coromandel is.
Local Matthew McDougall wins the Great Kauri Classic 32k event, and organiser Keith Stevenson is there to welcome him home.
It was just another magic run. It was absolutely stunning. Beautiful day, nice and cool. Bit of cloud cover. The track was just fantastic, I thought.
Let's go now to Sue Crowley of Rotorua, second in the Ultra.
Yeah, I was with Courtney Pratt till the 38k mark, and then I changed shoes at the aid station and stuff, and she left from there. And then the funny part was that she thought the whole rest of the race, she thought I was about to catch her. And I didn't. I just died on those big hills in the middle. So, but she went really well, and you know, because she thought I was on her shoulder the whole time, which I thought was funny.
And the 32k classic, and number 210.
And it's welcome home to Rob Butwell, our second-placed Ultra veteran. Our 2018 Great Kauri Run Ultra winner is Courtney Pratt. She completed the course in 7 hours and 41 minutes.
I love the small community feel that the organisers bring to the run. They are really personable, and I love the concept of raising funds for the planting of kauri trees and revegetation in the Coromandel. Beautiful forest park, so just great to see that people are taking care of it.
70k from Port Jackson, and yeah, I really enjoyed the first half. Second half not so much, had some issues, so, but hey, I'm here, and yeah, it's a hard run.
Well done, Tom. Big memes, well done.
After enjoying 23 kilometres running together, friendships were pushed aside in that final dash to the finish for Lucy, Jane and Xana from Auckland.
Oh, we're glad to finish, that's for sure.
Just knowing it was ending. Yeah. We're primarily drinkers rather than runners.
Remember that gallant gentleman who carried the women across the Waiawau Beach River? It turns out it's Martin Petrus from France. And the woman who kept her feet dry is our classic women's winner, Maureen Stakowicz. She's also from France. Let's go to Maureen.
Just preparing for New Train New Caledonia in 2 weeks. So it's just like this race was to prepare myself, and because training is coming hard, so I just wanted to enjoy a beautiful race. I've done it last year and I loved it, so I was just like, oh, let's do it again. And yes, so there was a beautiful race, beautiful views and beautiful terrain, and really enjoy it.
Merilee Harris from Rotorua is our third-placed Ultra woman.
I did the 70k and it was amazing. It was just so beautiful. I loved running along the coast in the morning as the sun came up. It was so special. Yeah, loved it. If anyone's going to do an ultra, they should do this one.
The views are just stunning. Just, you know, once the sun came up, it was really cool.
The scenery is stunning. Along the ridge there, just at one point you can actually see like both coasts. It's incredible. And a lot of the time you can actually see where you've come from too. You can see Waiawau, and it's amazing. Yeah.
Scenery. I like the downhill more than the uphill. Yeah. I actually like the uphill more than the downhill. The middle section was really nice. Yeah.
And that's a wrap for the 2018 Great Kauri Run. There is a distance and a selfie spot for everyone on the Coromandel. So diary May 2019 for your Great Kauri Run. The Great Kauri Run helps to raise funds for an outdoor pursuit centre for youth on the Coromandel, and we are thankful for everyone's help. The athletes, the supporters, the race officials out on the course. A big thank you to you all.